Everybody, join the club. It's the Club World Cup on Footy Prime.
Did you download it first? Oh, sorry, it's going to be a remix.
It was.
Footy Prime. So it's our micropod. Our Club World Cup micropod.
2 inches long.
The Club World Cup. Brought to you by DAZN, which you can, by the way, stream for free throughout the tournament. We are through the group phase. Done. 4 more games yesterday. A day off today. So that's exciting. A little bit of a rest from the Club World Cup. Got some numbers here. It's interesting actually about ticketing. So Cave Solikol, I forget how he pronounces his name. Some Sky. This is from his tweet. He says, FIFA's been using dynamic pricing to sell tickets, which means the cost fluctuates according to demand. Dynamic pricing is also being used to sell tickets for the World Cup next year in the States, Mexico, and Canada. General sale tickets for Chelsea's round of 16 game against Benfica in Charlotte on Saturday are available from $52. Tickets for City's round of 16 game against Al Hilal in Orlando around $61. This is American. Sorry, $85 American.
Oh.
So kind of give you an idea of what to expect next year at the World Cup. They will be the bigger games, bigger teams will cost more money. Simple as that.
You're looking at over $1,000.
You reckon? On the secondary market, I don't think you're going to find that on the outside the best seats in the house, though. Do you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, dynamic pricing doesn't mean that you'll go above your stated top price, right? Or does it? Does it just keep rising? This is what, like, hey, you get a bleacher seat. Let's say you get a end zone seat at BMO with the 52,000 or whatever they're adding, right? Does that mean that the seat that would have gone for maximum 250 will go up, or does it just mean prices are it's more on the drop side? Oh, that's not selling because it's, I don't know, Lithuania versus New Guinea. I know they're not in the World Cup. I'm just making.
Do you know they're not in the World Cup? There's 48 teams. They both.
I know Oceania already has their teams. That's why.
Okay. Lithuania's from Oceania, but
New Guinea.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna fight. Listen, all I know is, I mean, speaking to people in the past who are regular World Cup ticket buyers, they didn't whine too much about the price, but the secondary market is going to be very. I mean, again, I don't know enough about this stuff really. How impactful is the secondary market at World Cups? Is it easy to get tickets? It's not so easy to get tickets. I don't know. Quite frankly, I find it really boring. Ticket talk. Don't you? Yeah, we're overcharged to watch sporting events and concerts.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and I'm not motivated to do anything about it myself. So
what are you going to do about it?
You are. I know that's a problem, right? Yeah, but
I'm not motivated.
It's like most things in the world. Like,
if Sharms isn't motivated,
I'm not Greta Thunberg, okay? I'm not Greta Thunberg. I can't.
Or Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Pearl Jam.
They fought the good fight against Ticketmaster for almost the entirety of their careers, right?
That's true. So maybe if one big team decides, you know what, we're not going to play anymore, and they'll just play with themselves, and you can just go watch them stand. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it'd have to be more than one team.
They better not have a micro P.
And listen, the bottom line is, though, and there's the bottom line, is that whatever they're being, thrust upon the fans at this tournament, the numbers are going up, and they're going to be in big stadiums now for the round of 16s, 60 to 80,000 seat stadiums, and they're going to be pretty full. Most of these, I think. So something's working. It's like beer prices at venues we've whined about before. Yet here we are, all buying beer at stadiums. So demand's there. They're going to sell them. It's called big business, commerce. Capitalism.
Get drunk before you go in.
Yeah, exactly. To the games, to the action. Shall we get to the bracket, or do you want to go through like group by group?
No, let's go to the bracket. I like that.
All right, let's go to the bracket and see who's playing who, shall we? Well, here we have it. Oh my God, it's so small, my screen. Here we go. All right, here we go. So we got Inter Milan against Fluminense.
Oh boy, the path to global glory. Really, that's the tagline. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You know what? That's not great, is it, Dubs?
Nope, it's not.
Global glory.
Neither was the superior player of the game.
No.
A little clunky. Clunky is the word.
Man City, Al Hilal. Man City looked really good yesterday. We'll get to that. Palermo, Botafogo. That one's, I think, the potential to be maybe the pick of the bunch, quite honestly. Benfica, Chelsea. And then to the other side of the field, PSG against Inter Miami. Flamengo against Bayern Munich. Real Madrid, Juventus. And Borussia Dortmund. I wanted to say Borussia Mönchengladbach there. Borussia Dortmund against Monterrey, Mexico. So there are your matchups. Which one's screaming to you, Craig? That's the one I got to watch.
I like the Palermo's Botafogo game, and then also Miami against PSG with Messi playing his old club.
Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't stand a
Don't
chance,
expect Miami to do anything there, but you can never say never with Messi. He's a trump card, man. Oh, man, still doing it.
That's going to be the most watched game, I bet you, just purely because of the Messi factor. Even though there's some great matches elsewhere. Right.
Yeah.
Where's that being played? Do we know?
Do not.
Sure.
Haven't got the venues here. Well, someone look it up.
I will.
Okay. I mentioned City yesterday against Juve, just smashing Juve, looking just really good once again. Some of these new players looking decent, Craig, but Rodri returns to the starting 11 for Pep Guardiola. What a massive moment that is for this club.
You know, that Man City were just unbelievable. They were unstoppable. I've never seen Pep so happy after a match, I don't think, for a long time. Doku, Jesus, this guy is so fast. And not only just fast, like you watch how quickly he moves that ball from side to side and gets that shot off so quickly. Then this first goal for Juventus was Ederson giving a poor pass away, which is, you know, going to happen from time to time. You don't see it very often with him, to be honest with you. But let him back in the game, and then the own goal here by Juventus, obviously not good.
I love the Haaland scuff kind of thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tapping, right? But he almost blew it, Tubbs.
Yeah. But I love the reaction to it. And I think right here, like, I think they're having a laugh about it, Haaland and Bernardo Silva together, but they looked as confident and as fluent as I've seen them look in a really long time. Man City. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, right? But they were in a little bit of an ebb. This team that is obviously stacked with talent and quality, but it was a little bit what we were talking about on the previous pod, where you can assemble, whether it's Galacticos or you're a team and you've got two incredible central midfielders, but they don't work well together. That, to me, like, they looked a bit clunky, Manchester City, by their own high standards. And this time they looked like the high flying, we're going to score whenever we decide we're going to score type of performance, where they just toyed with Juventus. They were the better team by a long stretch, by a huge margin.
Well, the clunkiness happened when Rodri went out last year, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then you as Pep said post match, you bring back the best player in the world, as he said. And amazing what happens. Good things generally happen. But you're right, Craig. Sarah Pararia, friend of the show, was interviewing Pep post match, and seeing how Pep was last year after most matches. He said, you couldn't. What a difference! Polar opposites. He's enjoying himself, it seems, out there. He knows his team's playing well. There's competition for places. He referred to the millions of injuries last season. It's more the likable Pep seems to be back again.
Yeah, I thought that as well. Very relaxed and happy with his signings. Savinho was excellent. That finish, apparently with his weaker foot.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, how good was that?
Yeah, unbelievable.
You want to see it again?
Yes, I would love to see it again.
Okay, let's scroll here. Here we go. There it is. All right. Yeah,
I was wondering, for you Liverpool fans, is this a bit of some foreshadowing of Man City dominance? Are you worried about how great they're playing?
I'm excited about this season.
Are you?
I hope City are better this year, because I think Liverpool's better this season.
You need the foil, right? You need the competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of over pretty early this season in the Prem.
There you go, Dubs.
Yeah,
off the crossbar and down, right? Bar down.
Unbelievable.
Something about bar downs, eh?
Well, yeah, and I think it's the way it pops out. Holland has a crack on goal. There's a good save. It pops out more centrally just to the top of that D, and then it's just as quick as it comes back out, as that ball's saved, it's right back down their throats if you're Juventus, and it's in the net before you can do anything else. So like that's what it was like on the day. And was it Cherky with that is that I'm saying his name right? That cheeky move on the side, that like deft little touch that nutmegs the player. Like that was a microcosm of the game where it was City just absolutely dictating terms to Juventus.
24 shots to 5 in favor of City.
Yeah.
Dominant.
Well, I mean, I was reading a column this morning about the new signing, the left back from Wolves, Ait Nuri. It's the first left back they've had, proper left back, for like 4 years, I think it is. They've been using centre backs at left back. This is the richest club in world football, making do. And this guy looks
making do.
Yeah, right?
Settling
for just Gvardiol at left back. Oh, that's tough. Right. And Nathan Ake. Oh, well, how the other half live, I suppose, right? But they look complete, that's for sure. Competing for places, and I look forward to, like I said, the Prem, because I think it's going to be a real battle this year. Last year wasn't, as much as I loved it, and it's fantastic, and Liverpool were lights out. It wasn't a great season. It wasn't one of those.
No, it wasn't that exciting, to be honest.
No.
The race for the top 4 sides was about the best thing you could see in the Premier League.
Yeah, because even the relegation race was over pretty early as well, right?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
I will take that kind of dominance by Liverpool any day, though, even if it leads to less drama.
Oh yeah,
no complaints.
Yeah, I whine about it when they've won, but during the actual process itself, if it's a tight battle, like 1 point between, I'll be shitting myself and hating every moment of it. So I get it. Anything else you want to talk about from the Club World Cup on Footy Prime?
Yes, the game is in Atlanta.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yes, Mercedes-Benz. I had also looked it up and I forgot to relay information.
If I remember, that's like an 80,000, right? That's an 80,000. You don't like talking about ticketing or attendance. You like talking about attendance, Sharms?
I find it almost as boring as tickets.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, and more boring than referees and VAR. I probably find more things boring about football than I actually enjoy these days.
Lucky you're on a soccer podcast.
Well, it's at Atlanta though, but we will have friend of the show, Maddie, back next.
Yeah,
Maddie Cruz. Next Thursday, I think she's booked for, based in Atlanta. So I'm sure she'll be all over that one. Okay, listen, it's another 30 minutes. It's a micropod today.
Yeah,
got to run.
I'm just going to throw out Monterrey and Dortmund is my first match that I want to see, because I'm still pulling for Liga MX North American teams. So them in Miami.
I tell you one thing: the regional championships, I mentioned this before, are becoming very, very serious. The CONCACAF region is going to be looking at this like there's big money to be had in this Club World Cup. They're making way more. I think Miami has made more in this tournament than the previous 20 MLS winners.
Wow.
It's
and they need the money, right? So good for them.
Yeah, and they got in without trying.
Although
they shoehorn them in there with the best regular season record.
Hey, you get this. You're in because you've got size 7 shoes, Messi.
But I mean, the money isn't going all to the clubs, though. It will filter down to the leagues as well. We don't know quite how that's going to work, especially in MLS. There's a lot of conjecture there between the clubs and MLS and who's getting what. But again, that's another really boring thing to talk about. Maybe people find this stuff interesting. I don't know. The business of soccer. God.
I like the business of soccer. It's interesting.
Okay, so we're back Sunday.
Sunday,
right? Sunday, we're back for a Club World Cup on Footy Prime podcast. Thanks to DAZN. As I mentioned, you got a day. You got a day of no action to sign up.
Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. I was listening to Footy Prime, the podcast.
As I was saying, you got a day off today from the Club World Cup, so make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to DAZN, free throughout the Club World Cup, and the games are now important. They're knockout games. Could be some penalty shootouts. Who knows? It's when it gets real. All right, until next time, thanks so much, everyone. Cheers for listening and watching. Bye-bye.
Everybody, join the club. It's the Club World Cup on Footy Prime.